Welcome to the Debbie and Kim Show.
Real people, real talk.
Real talk. From challenges
to wisdom. Conversations that heal, inspire,
and empower.
We're so glad that you're here with us today.
So wonderful to see you here today.
And Debbie's still in Mexico.
I'm a little sun-kissed. I see it on my nose. I'm like, ooh, yes, I'm in Cerrito, Lindo, Mexico, and I'm enjoying myself very much. I've been out on the beach. I've been in a four-wheeler.
Yeah, I hear about the four-wheeler. Can you just give us a brief little your synopsis of that experience?
Well, it was frightening at first because controlling the gas and different things like that and taking it up over the sand dunes. And
so were you driving?
Yes, all by myself.
Wow.
All by myself. I was driving all by
Wow.
myself. It was amazing. I've never done it before, but I enjoyed myself tremendously. Everybody should try it at least once.
At least once. Okay. Well, I don't know.
At least once.
I'll let you handle that. Well, I just want to, I'm just so glad that we're here. Debbie's here, and we have a treat for you. We have a special guest with us, and I get the pleasure and honor of introducing her. She is an African Brazilian woman who is an entrepreneur and just an amazing person to boot. That's why we have her here, because she has something to share with you. And so without further ado, I want to welcome to the show and to your living room or wherever you're watching, Mrs. Luciana Phillips. Please help me welcome Luciana Phillips to the Debbie and Kim Show.
And I am so glad that she's on the show. I met this young lady, and she is beautiful. She's wonderful. We just wanted to share her with the world, her wisdom and what she's doing. So
yeah,
again,
she has quite a journey. And so we'll get right in. It's Luciana. Would you let us know, what is how did you get to be here right now? I mean, what brought you to where you are right now? Just you're going to give us the short, and then we'll get deeper. How's that sound?
First of all, Debbie, Kim, it's such a huge pleasure to be here with you ladies in your show. And thank you so very much for inviting me and for giving me the opportunity to have a voice in your show. I really appreciate the invitation, and I just hope that I can honor this space. What brought me to America, honestly, was love. Love brought me to America, and love also made me stay in America, but in different ways.
I love it. Already, you're talking my language.
Yes.
But basically, I come from Brazil, right? And I live in America for 7 years at this point. Actually,
Wow.
The end of this year will mark 8 years.
Okay.
And I came completely, I stayed accidentally. I was from the pharmaceutical industry in Brazil, right? And I studied business administration, and I was like, that place that you don't know exactly what you want from your life. So you jump in business administration because you have so many opportunities.
Exactly.
That was exactly where I was. And from there, I just pretty much explored all the opportunities in the first years of college, and ended up jumping into the pharmaceutical industry in the marketing area. And instead, I built a beautiful career, like a 10 years career. And at the end of this career in Brazil, I was in a moment that I was back and forth a lot between Brazil and America. So pretty much in one of those travels, I was just catch by by
Just
another
bit by
relationship.
love.
Just yeah, I was bitten by by love, and then when that was the moment that my life started changing between all other areas as well. Not only that, and when I saw I was just so involved in here, but that was absolutely never my intention to never leave my country. I love Brazil, and um, I was able to um, come from a very humble family that worked really hard to give me the opportunity that they didn't have to study. So I was in a great place, but God has mysterious ways to put you exactly where you should be, and here
Exactly
I
Yes,
where
he
am.
does. Yes, he does.
exactly where he
Here I
wanted you
am.
to be placed. Place,
Yes,
time.
yes. Life is, it's not at all about what we want, is about what we have to and what we're supposed to, right? And if I am a woman of faith, and I, at this point in life, I just, not at this point, I actually, from an early age, like in my mid 20s, I was already a person that was planning, because I'm a planner, I'm a controller. But when you plan so much, when you try to control so much, is the moment that you see and learn that you don't control anything. And I said, you know what?
Exactly.
Let God just guide me through where exactly the
No,
routes that I should
I
ride.
I just want to say this because when you were saying, well, God, you will make you or this, that. And I'm like, God doesn't make you. I said, but when you're a control, when you have to have the control and you have to let it go, you need to let it go. But wouldn't
Yes.
you say that now that you have released that and allowed God to guide you, that you wouldn't have it any other way? It was way better than what you were thinking and planning, right?
Way better, and in imaginable ways. It's just
Yes.
we can, because we have free will. We can choose things for ourselves. It's not the case that we don't. We do, but when you allow God, and it's, we are not here even talking about religion. We are talking about faith, and it doesn't
Spirit.
matter what you believe. It's spiritual. Sometimes you can just have a very strong belief in yourself, and just allow your intuition to guide you, and you are going to lead in it, and ended up being in wonderful in the manageable places. And here I am, literally in this situation where I could absolutely never imagine. If I would plan my life, I would be in Brazil, probably doing something very similar to what I was doing over there. But here I am with a completely different life that I am very grateful and proud of too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
So tell
go ahead. Go,
no,
go ahead,
you
Kim.
you Debbie, because you got the insights, dear.
I just was going to say, just it's an amazing. It is an amazing story, and like you said, it starts out as a love story, and then it has a little bit of a heartbreak in it, but then it's
Yeah.
a love story again. It went full circle. So I was
Yeah.
so intrigued by her story. So can you
We
just
want
give
to
us
hear it.
just yes.
Yeah, I will
I mean the
just
part that
briefly,
what you feel
the parts
comfortable
of matter,
sharing.
right? Yeah. So pretty
Yes.
much, it's a case where I fell in love with an American person, and was in the beginning was very hesitant to change my whole life to move to a different country because of this person, but allowed myself step by step in a long process of, I was kind of partially, I was coming and going in the beginning until I was convinced to fully move to America, and I said, "All right, let's do this." And I like to say that I moved to America because of the feelings that I felt for somebody else. But when I decided to stay, I decided to stay because of me. There was self love. Because
Yes.
3 months after I was fully moved in America, I needed to end this relationship because of a cheating situation. So
Three
I was
months.
like, Okay, 3 months. Through 1, 2, 3. And at that point I was like, oh right. And you have that's the moment that you have no choice in life. And if you believe in something bigger than you gotta look up and ask what is going on. What was that
Yeah.
about? I was
Yeah.
quiet, living my own life in my own country. Why you brought me here?
Exactly. Yeah. That took a lot of courage, though, to even from that place, you didn't go back. You moved
Exactly,
forward. You
exactly,
moved because you knew you
exactly.
were brought here for a reason bigger than
Yes.
what you came here for.
Way bigger, and things in life you're going to usually understand only after a certain amount of time that you will
Yes.
connect the points and understand, oh, that's the reason why. So with
Yes.
the end of the time, um I was God brought me here because I fell in love with a person. And with all due respect for all my, past relationships, I understood why I was actually here when I met my husband. And that was a complete different, and it was another level of connection and feelings. And I truly fell in love with the the person of my life, the man of my life, right? And that was me talking about 3 years later. And okay. And that was even part of my vows. Because my in my vows I made clear to say that I was finally in that moment understanding why God brought me here. And there was just for me to build the person that I am and to also lead to him, because in other circumstances that would never be possible. But when I decided to stay for myself, because I was, of course, in a moment of extreme vulnerability. I had no choice but to heal in a completely unknown environment, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so many nights crying on my pillow, I was, oh no, I'm an only child. So like from my mother's side, right? I had a sister from my father's side. We didn't grow up together. So I had the feeling of being an only child. And in so many moments I was like, I need my mom's. Like, I just need you. I need my mom's shoulder. I really need my family. And I'm a very family oriented person. But in that moment, I understood that I had a bigger purpose, and everything was so wrapped
For
up
you.
because when that situation happened, the only Brazilian person that I knew was the house cleaner of the house that I was living. And then when that circumstance happened, I called her and I said, hey, I have something going on here. Didn't explain that much. Do you mind if I sleep at your couch just tonight, and tomorrow I'll figure it out what I'm going to do with my life? And she said, absolutely, yes. Do you need
Mm.
well, yes. And then she came, she picked me up. I slept in her couch that night. And in the morning, I literally woke up hearing her crying. And I asked her, why, I'm sorry, is something wrong going on? What do you need anything? And she said, no, Lou. Everybody calls me Lou. No, Lou, I just figured out that two of my helpers cleaners, right? The helpers are not going to be able to work today. And I have 8 houses to clean.
Wow.
And I said, all right, let's do this. And that was 7 a.m. So all right, let's do this. And she looking at me like in the position that because she didn't know me, right? She was
Right.
just seeing me living in the house, that
Yeah.
I was in a position of being served and not serving at that
Yeah.
moment. And then
So
I
she
said,
wouldn't dare ask you.
oh, me, you don't know me. You don't know where I come from. Let's do it. And she said, all right, so I will pay you a certain amount after 4 houses. And after that, I will pay you she was paying like $120 for 4 houses. And after that, she was saying, oh, and after the fifth house, I pay $30 a house. And I was making the math. I was like, all okay, let's do
The math
this.
is math.
And
The math is math.
the math
Yeah.
was
That's
mathing,
right.
and everything I was at that moment, I was just because I was so lost, and I know, okay, I will go back to Brazil, so at least I will do some extra money and go back to my country. And $1 is 5 reals, so I can literally multiply everything for five when while I'm in Brazil. So I was doing the math, and the math was really bad. So I said, okay, let's do this. And then I stayed with her for 3 months because everything happened right in the beginning of the summer. And we are talking about the seasonal area, beach area, right? So once again, everything is the way it's supposed to be. I ended up
Exactly.
being
Perfect.
in a
Exactly.
small, beautiful beach town, and we worked the entire summer until she got from a local hotel. It's a boutique hotel that was 12 rooms, and they were looking for housekeepers to assist them for like a certain amount of period. So she was in the beginning, she was a little bit hesitant. Oh, let's do this. And then I realized as a business
Student.
woman, like
Mhm.
yes, as a business administration student, I knew exactly how to identify the places that she was an absolutely great cleaner. But when talking about managing her business, that was the moments that she was facing a lot of difficulty. So I said,
Mhm.
"No,"
Yeah.
and naturally, while working with her through that 3 months, I was like organizing all the her inventory and organizing, no, you need to create profiles to your customers and this and that. So I was naturally,
Wow.
organically helping her with
Yes.
Yes.
that. And then when she received that opportunity, I said, no, let's do this. I can help you to build, a proposal, an estimate. We can get a meeting. Her
Mhm.
English was not, my English wasn't, if I still feel a little bit insecure about my English nowadays, like you cannot imagine
Your
7
English
years
is perfect.
ago.
Yeah,
It's
your
That
English
perfect.
is
was
better than many
just,
Americans. So
thank you. I hear that sometimes. And I said, no, let's do this. And I helped her to just build everything that she needed. We came to 3 meetings until we started in the right agreement for both parts. And then she turned to me and said, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, what you mean you don't want to do that? No, this is not for me. This is for you. And I said, what do you mean about that? And she said, it means that I have a lot of houses to take care of, and I'm not going to take care of a hotel, even if it's a boutique hotel. This call was for you, and this contract has to be yours. So open your business and take this contract and then start your own business yourself.
And
And I
that's
wow.
your
was
entrepreneurial journey. Oh, the start of it, the
Are you
entrepreneurial
kidding
journey.
me? Are you really? Can you hear yourself? I don't even know if I should stay, if I should go, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm still trying to figure this out. And you were telling me to open a business in
Business.
a country that I barely know how to speak the language, that I don't know I don't know anything. And she said, yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you to do. And I'm an entrepreneur, right? Before moving to America, I'd opened a restaurant with my mom. That was a beautiful journey. And that was my first business, and ever,
Wow.
and that was cool. It was a school because I bankrupt literally, and we can entrepreneurs like entrepreneurs only succeed after failing, after trying, after
Yes.
learning from. It's not every entrepreneur that has the privilege of learn from other people's mistakes. The
Right.
majority of them needs to go through the process
That's right.
to fail
That's
and
right.
evolve from that
That's
failure.
And
right.
fail
And I
Absolutely.
failed
forward.
in Brazil.
Fail
And I failed
forward.
in Brazil.
Yes.
Exactly. And I failed in Brazil. And I was like, oh my gosh, what should I do now? And I was with that, like knocking my brain for an entire week. And I woke up. Sometimes we just need a little bit of craziness or, courage or
Yes.
everything ripping up.
That's it.
And I woke up that day. I said, that is today. Let's open this LLC. If it has to be today or it will not happen at all. And then I did everything. I opened the LLC. I went ahead with the contract, and I signed the contract, and I opened my business. But I made a purpose for me. I said, if I am going to jump in a cleaning business in this country, I will start as a professional from the very beginning, because
Mm.
just from the experience that I was, just for the experience that I learned working for another person, that I saw, this it's a common thing, right? It's in Brazil, we call cleaners and, hard workers like farmers of like it's vulgarly said in literal translation as a sub job, right?
Oh,
It's
Sub
a
jobs
laborious job.
right, your job.
exactly.
Right,
So
right.
and this this with all the respect, this does not exist. And a job is a job, period.
Yes, yes.
Um and the amount of knowledge and hard work, physical, mental, that demands from a person, it's really, it's not easy. It's not for everyone. But I see a lot of people that that they don't have it. And usually people end in this type of jobs because they did not have that much opportunities in life to study, to evolve, in a
Right.
master degree or something like that. And I came from this place, so why not apply everything I learned through the years, in college and in my
That's it.
career as a marketing person in a business like that. And that's exactly what I did. So when I started, I had the ultimate um that was kind of a rule that I set up for myself, that I would not be an amateur in what I do. I would be the professional person. And it doesn't matter how long I am in the market or how many customers I have, everybody will see me as an entrepreneur. And that's exactly how I presented myself. So I started, the first thing that I did was, number one, opening my LLC, being licensed, being insured, and just took a liability insurance for the business and prepared my business cards and signed the contract. The contract was horrible, but this is another story. That was everything
That
on the
was
front
another
end.
learning experience, right?
That was another learning experience, but that was the contract that opened the door for everything that came after that. And I'm very grateful for that challenge and that lesson in
Yes.
life. And from there, I just asked the owner of the hotel, well, do you mind if I just, after cleaning each room, if I can just leave my business cards in the nightstand? And she said, oh, she didn't understand that much how that would help, but she said, yes, of course, why not? And after 2 months of cleaning, the phone rang one day, and there was, hey, my name is Carl. I stayed at the hotel, and the room was spotless clean, and I am just buying a house in the area. That's the reason why I stayed at the hotel. So do you mind if you come to my house to give me a quote? And I said, sure, absolutely. And I came to this house and like, t- I gotta make this deal, right? This will be my very first residential customer. And so of the only way to guarantee it's after, number one, my posture and presenting the quality of my job, I also need to be affordable. And I wanted to guarantee that it was being affordable enough for him to do not say no. So I offer a like very low amount that of course he said yes. Um, and from there, I did not know that he was and he is a social butterfly that recommended me for 20 plus other neighbors. And from there, the rest
Wow.
is history.
Yes,
The
it's
rest
just
is history. So,
The
did
he
he
got
got
the
the
rest is
two
discounted
history.
things?
price, but nobody else did. Nobody else got the discounts, just
Good.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the discount to be
No,
able to spread the word, right?
And he still hasn't chewed the current things
Well, he earned it.
because he's
He
still
earned
our
it.
customer.
That was his sweat equity.
Yeah, absolutely did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say couple things. One is you are a testimony for everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to for the highest good of
Yes.
everyone involved, because
Yes.
everybody that was involved got something of
Yes.
value out of that experience. And then
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is that your courage, you're saying yes to the opportunities that were before you, as long as they served and honored you, is what really, it's like you said, I'm going to be a professional. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to put
Yes.
my best self forward. And that was what
Yes.
brought you to where you are today. That's so beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And I think it's no matter what you're going to do in life, everything it's about you can literally transform everything that you put your hands with the right attitude. Just put the
Oh,
best
yes.
intention,
Yes.
just put your
Yes.
positivity,
Attitude.
just say, yes, I am cleaning toilets, but I can bring my best version cleaning these toilets and making, and literally building an empire from that.
Yes.
So it's not anymore because of course year after year you learn about the details and challenges that each country has to face. Um, but listen, I am a Afro-Brazilian woman that came to this country, that stayed in this country with probably $15 in my pocket. And and that was 2019, right after when I was just starting, just thinking that things would be in control, pandemic came. And I was an immigrant, literally buying, okay, I have $5. So I'll buy two Domino's pizzas because I can eat one today and one tomorrow. That
That
Yes.
was
was
that
my
was your
reality.
that survival mode but that
That was my
time.
reality. But you know what I did during the lockdown? I said, these people would need help. How can we make this country and the world in general be back to its shape in a more confident way? Is through cleaning, because if we are suffering with a virus like that, with a crazy time like that, we got to make sure that everything is being properly cleaned and properly
Yes.
disinfected.
Yes.
So during the lockdown, I found a online course of how to bring a electrostatic disinfectant to disinfect businesses, to disinfect hospitals, to disinfect houses. And I started that and I certified. So
Look
by the end of
at
the
you.
lockdown,
And you.
I was certified and I was literally with my spray, spraying everything to disinfect and kill
You were
99.9%
the
of the germs.
hero. Everybody was after you, because you're right. That was the key, is
Y-
keeping things clean and
yeah,
germ free.
yes, and disinfected. Yeah, because it's we know that exists surface cleanings, but um this is a situation where you have no choice. If you want to rip them out, you gotta really clean and you gotta really disinfect. And that was the industry that I was. So what different can I do to contribute with my community and to contribute with my own pockets? And
Yes.
and from there, when I saw I was making $10,000 per weekend disinfecting houses, because that was a beach area, and after the lockdown, everybody just wanted to get out of their houses and and feel normal and feel free again,
Yeah.
coming to the beach in summertime. So we were cleaning, and then I was like with all my
Your gear.
how I said yes, all my gear, disinfecting everything with electrostatic sprays, and I was just like we were cleaning for like 1.5 or 2 hours, but disinfect the environment with the the technology that I was studying during the lockdown. Took me 15 minutes, so I was able to disinfect several houses.
Wow.
And then that was the season that season after pandemic was the season that changed everything for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I'm
Mm,
just hearing you talk about being God putting you in right where He needed you
Did you?
to
Yes.
accomplish things like you said you couldn't even imagine. That's
no,
so
I
beautiful.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
could.
And
but
and
here
and
and the other key is that you didn't look down the way. You looked at what
Yeah.
was in front of you, what you had right
Yes.
before you, and that's when you made the most of that.
Yes.
Those that your knowledge, the situation. Because, like you
Yeah.
said, a lot of people would have said, "Oh, woe is me! The pandemic. I can't do my business." You said, "Pivot."
Yeah.
People,
Yeah.
people need clean. They need to know how it's going to benefit them, in this situation.
Yes.
And so that was beautiful.
and it's a
Yes.
Awesome.
good thing too. You look at this situation, you look at the pandemic, and what are and even though this is a seem to be a bleak situation, but what are the benefits? What are the blessings that are coming from this pandemic? How can I show these people or
How can
even
I,
even my employees, show them we
Yeah.
can still be viable, we can still help,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. I am so proud of you.
this is a
Thank you.
beautiful story. I thank you for sharing it with us here. What
Absolutely.
are some things that you, let's say someone is out there and they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They're at this place. They either don't like their job or they're no longer in that job. Maybe they're homeless and jobless as you once were, right?
Yes.
And so what
Yes,
would you say
exactly.
to that person? What do you think made the big difference for you?
I think, and I have a real respect um nowadays about mental health. This is something really serious. It's so much important as our physical health is, or even more sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I see um, histories of homeless people or even like very poor people in such a capitalist country as United States is, um, the first question I do to myself is, how is his or her mental state? Because if you are in a bad place with your mental health, there's nothing that I can advise for you to do to act as a self-employee or just starting at
So
that
take
moment.
care of your mental health
So
first.
that's the most important thing, that's the precious thing, because you need a lot of intuition in an entrepreneurial ship path.
Yeah.
You need to follow your gut. You need your intuition, and you need to be extremely open. But I will tell you that because it's not everybody that will be able to watch us right here that will resonate with my words if they are not there.
Right.
But
Yes.
if they are there, if you are in a great space and uh, uh your only issue is, I am not inspired in what to do. I don't like what I do. I have no perspective in life. I have no study. I have no nothing. I have no money in my bank account. Just do this. First thing in the morning,
Sleeves up, roll your sleeves up.
sit down and think, what can I do right now with what I have?
Absolutely.
Well, I can cut grass. I can just, if you have a small car, if you have a small truck, or if have a very old car, a very old truck, you can just be offering yourself to, be junk removal. Just start with your community, knock your, you know, just knock your neighbor's doors. Hey, I am offering my services. You might be a busy person that does not have time to attach everything that you need. So if you need any help cutting your grass, if you need any help cleaning your windows, if you need any help, just in whatever. Do you need me to do groceries? Do you need me to walk your dog? Do you need me to wash your dog? Do you need me to watch your kid? What do you need from me? I am here to assist, because in this country, we have something very precious that we don't have in my country, for example, value of service. Services in America are very well paid when you know how to position yourself. And you don't need to know how to position yourself from the very beginning. I didn't know how to,
You learn.
right?
That's how you like you
But
said, the first contract
but the
was
$20,
terrible.
that you are offering tomorrow to cut somebody else's grass, today's price, how do you say? Today's price, oh my gosh, today's price is not yesterday's price or something like that.
Inflation.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
but here's
So
the thing:
yeah,
when you,
it's
like
something
you
like
said, you
today's price is not yesterday. But what I'm trying to say is you can absolutely put yourself in the market, and even for affordable prices, just to be active and attract that energy, because I believe a
Yes.
lot in energy. When sometimes I want to procrastinate and don't want to do anything in my morning, my business phone will not ring. As soon as I sit with my laptop, as soon as I make some cups, everything is start moving.
that's your energy,
If you
bringing
knock,
it, attracting it.
if you knock 10 neighbors' doors, I am pretty sure that one, even if he doesn't need, he knows somebody that
I
does.
see.
And you just go from there. And even if you charge $20 to cut their grass, as soon as you prove your value, if next week you say, hey, I offer you
Really good deal, and they
first
know it.
I offered you a first time customer's deal for you,
Introductory.
but yes, but now that you know my value, now that you know the quality of the services that I can provide for you, that I need to increase the cost for $30 or for $35. But you just put yourself there, and good people
No, you
will
won't.
honor you, and they will pay even more than that.
That's right. Absolutely is.
You're
So
awesome.
you just need to take an initiative. That's what I'm trying to
Initiative.
say. Just
Yes.
just take the initiative, and
Mm-hmm.
just go. But that's what I was important for me to mention about the mental health, because when you are in a place in life, you're not going to have that inside. That initiative,
Yeah,
it's not coming. So for
you're
you,
right.
I just recommend to talk with someone that you trust. Just
Yes.
ask for help.
Yes.
The word
Mm-hmm.
it is the way it is, because hurt people wants to be strong when they cannot. I think if we have a little bit more vulnerability between each other, if we can just say, "Hey, I'm not good. Can you help me out?"
Mm-hmm.
Things
And
would be better.
yeah, someone that
Mm-hmm.
you can, that y- you you want to say that to someone who is safe, because not everyone is. And this is
Yes.
actually the work that I do, is to a coach in the way
Mm-hmm.
of mental and emotional health and well-being,
Mm-hmm.
holistic. And so, yes, you want to confide in someone that you can trust to have your best interest at heart, and who
Yes.
has their mental health right, as because blind can't lead the blind anywhere but down the wrong
Yes.
place.
Yes.
And so,
Mm-hmm.
but I appreciate that you brought that up, because that is absolutely true. Like you said, it was your ability to tune into your intuition that was your guide,
Mm-hmm.
your expert. And for
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
everyone, when you can tune into your intuition and follow it, you will not be steered wrong. That is your expert. That is your higher self,
Yes.
God, however you relate to that, that is your source, your reliable source.
Yes. Yes. I was reading this week something that I was like, I was like positively impressed because like this is entrepreneurship as its best. I was just reading that with all of the TSA situation that is going on at the airports, now you can find people that will get paid to stay in the TSA lines for you.
Ha. So there you go. You can just stand in
So
line for people.
this is people finding opportunities in the middle of the chaos.
Yes. Yes.
If this is not entrepreneurship, what is that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I said,
I love
okay,
it.
you don't have time.
This is
Listen, you have a flight 6 o'clock. I can arrive at the airport and stay there 3 to 5 for you, so you can jump right ahead for $50 an hour.
yeah.
Yes.
Like you said, there are people that it's worth it for them because they don't want to. They're not going to do it.
That is,
Exactly.
you know what?
This is opportunity. You know, you are showing people how to find opportunity in the midst of chaos, or
Yeah.
Yes.
things that
Whatever. Yeah.
tragedy. But there's
Yes.
always, and I'm so glad that you said this, because there's always
Always.
the silver lining around these
Yes.
things, because
Yes.
that's why they happen. They happen to provide those opportunities and to shift our thinking and get us out of this mode of that's the way we've always done it. And that's the way it'll always be.
And be
No, it's not.
creative. I love it.
Yeah.
Things
We
get
are
shooken up.
living in a we are living in a world of chaos. We are living in a world of busy people. We are living in a world this is a messy world. So
But there's a
if
method
your
to
bank
the
account
madness.
so if your bank account is empty, if my bank account is empty right now, the first thing I would do is to stop and think, what can I bring as a solution? And you don't have to bring big solutions, because life happens in the details.
I love
So
it.
just think about a detail that you can contribute to make other people's lives easier, and take the advantage of this wonderful and beautiful capitalist country that it is the United States of America. Everything is about money in this country.
Yes. Yeah.
Everything. All this war, all this chaos, everything is just about money.
Money.
Why all this mess is going on? I am apolitical. I try to be as much as I can. Okay, I'm focused in the entrepreneurial side, but look to our president. All of this is just for the money. He doesn't know how to be other thing but an entrepreneur. He only sees money in front of
Yes.
him.
Yeah,
Money.
that's right.
Mm.
And
He
so,
doesn't care about Venezuela. He cares about the oil. He cares about the money. He doesn't care.
absolutely, you know it.
He doesn't care about anything. As soon as the gas is coming up, the war is automatically going in a very wrong route. So hey, like, we need to find solutions right now. And so this is
Money
all
driven.
about capitalism. So you need to adapt to your environment. So
I love it.
think,
Thank you.
just adapt to your environment.
Adapt to
That's
our
why.
environment.
Yes,
Adapt.
and this is an environment of capitalism. So you need to take an advantage of that in a good way.
In a good way.
Just
And I just
find
wanted
your
to say that you said that love brought you here, and love
Yes.
has found it here, even though what you thought you were coming for is not what it was. But
Yes.
the bottom line is you stayed faithful to your faith, and and now it has been faithful to you,
Yes.
giving you, providing you with means to live a life that you probably hadn't even thought of or imagined. And not only financially, but physically, emotionally and
Yes.
relationally, in a wonderful
Yes.
marriage. That is such a beautiful love story. I love it. And
And
Thank you.
Her Aaron is a beautiful person.
And
Like I
speaking of
said,
Yes,
Aaron,
he
we're going to
really
meet
is.
him next week. So stay
yes.
tuned.
So
Come back because we're
I'm
going to
yes.
have him
Another
his side
another
on.
wonderful entrepreneur
Yes.
that is he just launched his business, and it's such an amazing journey just to share this entrepreneurship phase of him that
Yes.
evolving after such a beautiful career that he
And he
performed at
served
as
21 years in the Air
21
Force.
years,
So
a
he
veteran.
served our country. Yes.
Yes,
Mm.
he served this country for 21 years, and now he will keep serving people in the
People.
community, healing,
Mm.
and exactly where people need, to be healed.
Yes. Yes.
So, and yeah, and that's the um I think that's the way you go in life. You gotta match. You gotta find a way where you can find something that you resonate with, that you can feel, your heart warm
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
But
Yes. Follow
if
your
you are
heart.
not there yet, just go where people need you to be,
Mm-hmm.
and, and just figure it out along the way.
Well,
Figure it
Because
thank
out
one
you.
thing I
along the
would tell
way.
you, as soon as you start succeeding, despite you, sometimes you can start not loving exactly what you do as an entrepreneur. I didn't start loving cleaning toilets, but as soon as you see the results of that, you say, "Oh my God, I love my business. I love my business."
Now, we're also, even though you're in the Delaware area, correct?
Yes, correct.
So we're going to put how they can get in touch with you in our description so that
Okay.
if anyone
Yeah.
we want to help expand your business while we're expanding
Yes.
all our businesses, we help each other that way. So
Yes.
we'll make sure we get that information and we will put it in our description. Correct?
Absolutely. That will be a pleasure. If anything from Delaware is watching this and it's in need of services, we are here to serve. And also, if you are an entrepreneur that you want, to evolve in your service area, my experience is services, right? So I can absolutely contribute and give some ideas and everything. But when
Wow.
talking about services, I'm here. I'm here to cooperate, and I just want to see
Bounce them
people
off you.
flourishing as I do. Yeah.
That's your next level.
Awesome. Yes.
Well, Luciana, it has been a sheer pleasure to have you
It's
here.
an
Oh, that
And
was
extreme
I
pleasure.
trust
wonderful.
that
Thank
people
you.
will enjoy listening to this and take some great takeaways, like they can do it. And their
And yes,
intuition will be their guide. And
Yes.
know that everything happens exactly the way it
the
is
way it's
supposed to for the
supposed
highest good of
to happen.
everyone involved, and to not resist what
Yes.
is, but to look for the opportunities in what is.
Embrace it.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
embrace
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Follow your gut and embrace it, and do the
Yes.
hard
Yeah.
work. Don't
Yes.
be
Yes.
Like,
afraid.
pull those sleeves up
Yes.
and ready,
Yes,
ready to do the
absolutely.
work. I
Thank
love
you
it.
so very much once again. There was a pleasure to speaking with you girls. I could stay here so much longer, but I'm pretty sure we'll have other opportunities as well. And I'm always here for you girls.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to the Debbie and Kim show.
And just remember, you are perfect for your purpose for being here now. That this episode showed an example of that. You are perfect for your
Yes.
purpose for being here now. And don't forget
And don't forget to
to
subscribe,
subscribe, like,
like,
and comment.
and comment.
We
We
love
love
hearing from
hearing
you.
from you.
Sure.
Till next time.
Bye.
Have a good one.